Oh, can you get my earrings off the side of the bed?
They're not moving.
Oh. I'm so fucking tired of my real hair being short.
First name X.
Yeah. XOCHITL.
Don't abuse
Yeah, no, we don't really say it.
y'all
It's
privileges.
So cheap.
I got the fucking cold sweats. I got to do something.
Yeah, me.
Me in it.
Yeah.
Gracias.
Italian.
Weird. You gotta.
Yeah.
Camel hair.
421.
Damn, I have my earrings in.
637.
I feel tight. Fucking sweating.
818-421-6379.
Yeah.
He said Danielle. You know how he say it, Danielle.
No, you know what's funny when Cam learned LV's real name?
I want to say it so bad because I know how he say it. Yo, what? I just know how he be saying it. He get on my nerves.
No, my mama is batshit crazy. And the only reason that I even said something, the only reason I even said something the other night was because I had just got done, like, not really arguing with her, because at this point, like, she kind of just argues with herself. Like, she be texting me crazy shit out of nowhere, and I will just, like, say okay or ignore her or block her, whatever, but she was texting me a whole bunch of, like, off the wall, just so ignorant and childish that, like, I had to say something because, oh, no, it wasn't because of that. It was because after she did all that, I seen her TikTok came up, something came up, one of her TikTok posts where she was like, just trying to make it seem like she's just this, everyone else is such a piece of shit and she's just the best thing to walk earth since Jesus. So I was just like, bitch, you so fraudulent.
They said, who is that guy?
Like, she just so fraudulent. And I don't like that shit. Like, don't be on the internet saying, don't be on the internet saying, oh, don't talk shit about my daughter, blah, blah, blah. And then talking shit about me, saying the same shit these other people be saying. It's just kind of to a point where I don't want to deal with it no more. I can't even go back to my house in Florida because I'm, like, in the process of trying to get her a house. I offered her money to get her own house, and she's just trying to, like, she found a house. It was like $1.2 million, and like 5 bedrooms, 5 baths, real nice pool, everything. And she basically was just like, oh, I don't like the shower heads. I'm not getting it. Find me something else. So I'm like screwed, basically. But I just don't like people who paint a picture of daisies and rainbows and gumdrops for the internet, and in real life they're miserable as fuck. And when I tell you I'm like real laid back, it sounds crazy, but I am really laid back, and I really like being in my room all day chilling. I don't be like throwing parties and going out every night. So for her to just act like I'm just always just doing something wrong is just crazy. Bye. Did you pay her?
Adios, Sochi.
Bye. I'll see you next time. DM me when you leave for next week.
Okay.
I'll see you Wednesday.
Yep.
Not tomorrow.
But a lot of people don't know what it's like to have. Mostly all you hear about is like absent fathers or fathers that don't play their part all the way. Deadbeat dads, this, that, and the third. But really, a fucking narcissist mother is worse than a fucking absent father. Because at least if a motherfucker not there, they can't do nothing. I mean, I know it still hurts not, not having that whatever, but if a motherfucker ain't there, they can't do nothing.
Yeah, fix that.
Yeah, we need a battery.
It's not there.
Oh, I thought you said it was. Damn.
But yeah, so I just think the only way is going to be to just get her out and honestly never speak to her again. Because even when I was living out here in LA, you'd think like us not being next to each other all the time would like make it a little more reasonable, easier. No, it's just the same, if not worse. You gotta lock it because it don't lock by itself. So her moving to a different house or whatever the case may be, it's not gonna do nothing. That's the type of person that you just have to act like you don't know. Because if you allow a person like that to feel like they have control over you, or like it's hard to explain because it's like I've been dealing with it for so long and I deal with it firsthand. So the thing that I try to like teach my friends and teach my boyfriend and stuff is that you can't show her that she's winning. You can't show her that by her arguing, because when it's like my friends in the house or my boyfriend in the house, not just me, she'll go after them before she comes after me. So she goes after them, and then their response will be just, oh, well, I'm just gonna leave. I'm just not gonna be around then. I'm just gonna leave. I'm gonna go get a hotel. I'm not gonna stay here. You do that, all that's gonna show her is that when you do that, when you act a fool and you threaten people, threaten to call the police on people, you do all that it's working because it got them to leave. So you gotta stick with that. With a person like that, until you can get them out and get them going, you have to stand your ground and let them do whatever the fuck they're gonna do. Because really, if you think about it, what is she really do? I mean, it's annoying to be threatened. It's annoying to be screamed at for no, especially when it's like, what are we even talking about here? What are you actually mad about? You can't figure out what she's mad about because it ain't real. It ain't nothing. She's just talking shit. So you just gotta look at it like, okay, all this lady is doing right now is talking. So you just gotta ignore it. But you should only have to ignore it to a certain point. Until until it's like, okay, this is beyond, like, or in the stage that I'm in now of trying to get her out. But I just honestly, I wouldn't even speak about what goes on in my personal life on the internet if I wasn't subjected to it without my permission when I was a child. I was put on a TV show and made look like a fucking crazy, batshit insane, fucking like disrespectful, evil, when really it was her. It was her, and after years and years and years of being treated like that, after years and years and years of being treated like that, you start to act out. You start to not take that shit. I get that a lot of people live by, oh, respect your elders no matter what they do to you. What? Oh, y'all don't live this, so it's gonna be hard for you to understand. Y'all say I'm contradicting myself. It may sound to you like I'm contradicting to myself, but to people that have parents like that, they probably understand exactly what I'm saying. So and honestly, I really don't like talking about it that much because it's not really something that everyone's gonna understand. And a lot of people, they love their parents so much and they couldn't even imagine their parents treating them in a way like that, or they've never dealt with that. They don't think it's a real thing. Or not that they don't think it's a real thing, they just literally never dealt with it. So when they hear about it, they're like, oh, I would never get up here and talk about my mom like this. I'm not bashing her. I'm not disrespecting her. I'm telling you what it is. I'm telling the story is what it is. I'm telling the person as what the person is. Everything that I'm saying is factual. I'm not getting on here saying, fuck that bitch, I hope she die, big ugly bitch. I'm not saying nothing like that. I'm saying these are her actions, and this is what her actions result in. And I'm 20 years old, and that's not what I'm going to put up with. And I love my mother. I've tried to be cool with my mother. I've tried to have a good relationship with my mom. I've tried to have sit-downs with my mom. I've tried to have sit-downs with my mom and other family members. I've tried to everything you can think of. It just doesn't work. Because with her, it's not about getting to the bottom of something. It's about conflict. She don't want to sit down and then talk stuff out. She want a problem. She want issues. She wants control. She wants a fight. And if you're not giving her that fight, there's nothing for her to talk about. If I wish I would have recorded some of these sit downs and some of these conversations, because I'll literally just be like, listen, if I didn't love my mother, she'd probably be dead right now. The shit that I go through, and I'm not saying this is an exaggeration. I'm not saying this for attention. I'm not saying this as an exaggeration. It's actual video proof on the internet where you can see, fuck that. You don't even need to see what I go through with her. Go on her TikTok. Look at how she speaks about people. Look at how she speaks about children. Look at how she speaks about dead children. Look how she speaks about people she don't even fucking know. You don't even have to take it from me. You can just see the type of person that she is. Right there, right then and there. Me not even included. Y'all don't remember when kids would be trolling, saying, oh, fuck you and your daughter, and she'll go post pictures of their moms and their brothers and their sisters and talk about they dead grannies and all type of shit. Like, damn. And that lady be contradicting herself. Cause she said, "Oh, don't talk about my kid," and then she go talk about somebody else's kid. So, but if I didn't love my mother, I wouldn't still be housing my mother. I wouldn't still be, and I'm saying housing. Yeah, I am putting her out, but I'm about to give her money to get another house. The way my mother has treated me and the things that my mother has done to me, nobody that's in my real life, like that is with me every day, that sees what's going on, no one would bat an eye or look at me sideways if I picked her up by the back of her shirt and swung her out the house with a fucking toothpick in the, how they do in Tom and Jerry? You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. With a stick and a motherfucking handkerchief with all her clothes in it. No one would look at me crazy. But I'm still doing the right thing by giving her the money for a house. I'm not taking her cars back. I'm not taking the stuff back. I'm not doing none of that. It's just, I want peace. So, take you, your stuff, your animals. I'm going to keep Chuck and Louie. Take and
Who Chuck me? Chanel?
Chanel. Chuck. And get the fuck.
ASAP after this shit.
Cause I could, I'm telling you, I could sit with that motherfucker and nobody would look at me crazy. Like, her closest friends. This is honestly, I did get to a point where, cause this is what got me. Her closest friends started to come to me like, look, we're trying to find her a house for right now. Just, try to just ignore it and da-da-da-da. And then they see it and they keep seeing it, and then they come to me like, how do you not drink every day? How are you not dead? How are you not a crackhead? Like, how are you just dealing with this? And I just be like, these are her closest friends. Her own sister, her own mother say these things to me. Do you think that's something somebody should be putting up with? Would you give that person $10,000 cash every month? Let this person live in your mansion for free, not paying a bill. This lady doesn't pay a bill. Her cars are paid off. She's under the same car insurance as me, so I pay her car insurance. So that $10,000 goes right into her pocket. Nothing is stripped from that. Nothing is stripped from that at all. So, would you be doing that for that person? Regardless if it's your mother? Honestly, think about it like this. Everything that I'm saying, imagine you didn't know who I was talking about yet. Imagine you didn't know who I was talking about. And just now I'm saying, oh, it's my mom. Before I said that, imagine all the things you would think. Now you a fucked up, you a fucked up, twisted individual if the minute I say my mom, you switch everything in your mind and think all that shit is okay because it's my mom. It's not fair to me that I can't wake up and get in my car and go down the street to go get Starbucks and come home and sit in my bed or sit in my living room or sit outside and enjoy my Starbucks and play with my dogs and talk to my friends and kick it with my boyfriend. Because the minute it could be 3 o'clock in the afternoon. The minute I turn my car on, I'm getting texts, you little stupid bitch. Why the fuck you revving the engine, bitch? What the fuck you revving the engine for, bitch? You think this is a safe environment? What the fuck you revving the engine for, bitch? Revving the engine? Bitch, this is a motherfucking Durango motherfucking Hellcat. I'm not revving shit. That's what that motherfucker sound like when it start. I'm sorry. The Bentley that you picked is a 1977 and you gotta drive that bitch like fucking Pebbles and Bam Bam. Remember how the Flintstones used to? The Flintstones. I can't even. When I will show y'all literally picture proof. Or sometimes when LB gets home, he sits in the car for a second because he be on the phone or whatever. And God forbid he walk in the house on the phone. Dogs won't start barking. It's gonna be a whole thing. That's what I'm saying. You damned if you do, damned if you don't. So he'll sit in the car, be on the phone, whatever. Why the fuck is he been here for 10 minutes? Why is he still sitting in the car? He can't sit in the fucking car.
Evidently.
The other day, she did this twice actually. He left the house. Didn't do nothing, didn't know nothing, didn't even speak to this woman. She heard the car turn on. She realized that I was still in the house. She started texting me all type of crazy shit. You gonna learn, little girl. Watch what the fuck your life becomes. You keep putting up with this shit. Or you want to put up with this shit, that's fine. This ain't no environment I would want to be in. I can't wait to get the fuck out of here. Because he left the house? It's fucking 8 p.m. Like, you don't know if this man is going to the gas station, if this man is going to Target. What the fuck are you getting mad for?
Oh, she finds something on me.
Like, what? Telling me it's cool. Everybody be in jail by the time I'm done with them. Because he left the house? Alright. That shit ain't cute. This shit ain't cool. If you watch her, like when she thinks she's putting on a show in front of people, like, you know how kids, they say something ignorant or like stupid and they looking for a reaction, so they be like, they say something and then they be like looking around to see if anybody thought it was funny or got a reaction. She does that. Like, she'll say something ignorant and stupid and then like look around like a little ass kid, like, did anybody catch that? Like, bitch, you're not entertaining. You're fucking crazy. She thinks people look at her like, oh, you don't play with Barbara. Don't play with Barbara. She cool. She really on that for real. Like, I don't even know how to explain. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't play with Barbara. She really on that for real. Don't mess with her.
She like that.
Motherfuckers are not looking at you like that. Motherfuckers are looking at you like, what the fuck? Like, how you even? Like, no one's looking at that shit. No one's looking at that shit like they scared of you. They're looking at that shit like they're not scared of you in a cool way. They're scared of you in like a weird way. Like, people looking at that like it's weird, not like it's cool. And I've gave this lady too many chances. This has been going on since I was 18, since I was legally able to live by myself. I've chance after chance after chance. Look, you can live with me. You can live with me. You can hang out. You can all this stuff. I don't care. Just chill. Don't disrespect me. Don't disrespect my friends. Don't threaten people with jail. Don't threaten people with anything. Because this has been an ongoing thing. Just be cool. Be regular. She said, nope, I'll be out your life before I ever act normal. So why are you here then? I just feel like it's not for everyone to understand, but I speak on it because, like I said, I don't like no one who lives a fake life on the internet. And I know it's other people that go through this. So I want you to remember, if you go through this and you're not as fortunate as me, or maybe some things are different for me than they are for you. Some things are different for you than they are for me. Don't ever think, oh, if I had money, I probably wouldn't have to deal with this. Or if I could afford to put us in 2 different houses, I probably wouldn't have to deal with this. Or if I could afford to pay her out my life, I wouldn't have to deal with this. Or maybe if I was somebody, my mom would respect me. Or maybe if whatever, it don't matter. It don't matter. At all whatsoever, it don't matter. This is how unproblematic I am. They keep talking about who you got beef with. The whole time I'm talking about Barbara. And they think I'm like, I don't know who they think I'm on here talking about. When's the last time y'all seen me even argue with a bitch, please? That's another thing that gets me too. I don't even do this shit with people my own age. Why am I doing this with you? What's scary though is she goes to the extremes of faking stuff. Like, she'll lie to whoever she has to lie to. She'll fake documents. She'll fake text messages. She'll do whatever. So it's like, damn, like, what if somebody believes her one day? And then, I already, like, have people who want to hate me on the internet, whatever. So imagine if I just throw her out and be a bitch like I should be, and leave her on her ass, and she goes and says all this made-up fake shit about me. It's gonna be probably a fucking million people that's gonna start a hate train. Oh, look, it's her mom saying it. It's gotta be true. It's gotta be true. It's gotta be true. And then it's so weird because it'd be like a day or two where like it not saying perfect where it's like no argument or anything, but like it'll be like a little more manageable, a little bit more deal withable. And then the next day she just right back on the same shit. Like, I just don't know who made the law of, oh, once you push a child out your pussy, you get to disrespect them, their friends, anyone around them, just because you're a mom. Just because you're a mom, you get to do that. Because when people say to her, like, hey, look, I'm not your kid, and even if I was your kid, why are you so disrespectful to people? To me, to your own child, like, why do you just get to disrespect us? Why do you get to disrespect me? Why do you get to disrespect your child? Because I'm her mom and I can do what I want. Huh? Like, please explain to me what planet shit is crazy and weird. And you know what? For a second, I did strongly believe that maybe my mother does love me and she just has a weird way of showing it, or whatever the case is. I did believe that for a second. I did, but it kind of got to a point where it was just, no. Because I do believe there is people who go about showing their love in a overly powerful way that's too overpowering, and it comes off, it's not meant to be controlling, but it comes off as controlling. But it's just, where the fuck? This fly has been in here since we was cooking. It's not gonna die.
Let's name it.
So, anyways, I did think that, but there's a certain situation, and all it took was this one situation to make me believe. It took this one situation where I really looked at it to make me believe that that wasn't the case. But hey, you ain't gotta believe me. What? You don't have to believe me. You don't have to understand me. I just like to, remind people that might be going through the same thing that a lot of people go through it. Some worse than others, some less than others. But no, prayers don't work. If God himself came down and told this bitch to chill out, she wouldn't do it. She would argue with him. So, I don't want to bore y'all with all the Barbie talk, but that's all I had to say about that since I already kickstarted it. It's actually not 3 a.m. here. It's 12:30. I'm gonna put that lady in rehab or in an old people home.